Hi everyone, hope you all are doing well. Welcome to this video. As you can see, we are going to be starting a new language. And the funny thing is, this is going to be our one and only video on this language, Romanian. Romanian is a Romance language, and we have previously covered the other Romance languages. Remember that there are five of them. There's French, Spanish, Italian, Portuguese, and Romanian. And I've always mentioned these five, and we've already covered four of them. And the four that we've covered are very mainstream sort of Romance languages that pop up a lot in spelling bees and, in English in general. But Romanian is a little bit different. It's not as major of a contributor as the other four are. So actually the funny thing is we're going to start Romanian in this video, and we're also going to end Romanian, and you'll see why in a second. So first, let's just quickly talk about Romanian. As we've mentioned, it's a Romance language, and I think this one has the name is closest to Romance, Romanian, Romanticy. This one has the name, so you can obviously tell it's a Romance language. And again, if you don't remember, a Romance language is one that comes from Latin. So Romanian did originate from Latin, from Vulgar Latin, and that's why you can see it's very similar to French, Spanish, Italian in terms of syntax, in terms of vocabulary, in terms of those Latin roots that it has. Romanian has all those qualities that we've mentioned before. And the funny thing is that Romanian is the only Romance language that's like spoken in Eastern Europe. The rest of them are spoken in Western Europe, right? So, because French is spoken in France, you have Italian in Italy, and you have Spanish in Spain, but Romanian is spoken Romania. So it's Eastern Europe, and that's what makes it unique. Like I've mentioned, it's not a major contributor to English, and we'll take a look at that in a second. So there aren't many words that come from Romanian in English. Maybe I'm guessing the reason is because Romania itself is geographically small. There haven't been too many exchanges with Romania historically with like America or England, so there hasn't been much chance for Romanian words to enter English. Unlike those other languages like French and Spanish. So it's not a major contributor, but it is a very phonetic language, and we always love when a language is phonetic, right? Phonetic language, meaning it's usually spelled how it sounds. There are lots of CH sounds, like the ch sound is very common in Romanian, lots of Y sounds, the y sound. So these sounds are very typical of Romanian words, and Romanian sounds like really cool. One of my friends, she speaks Romanian. I think her mom's from Romania, and the language itself sounds really cool. It sounds very similar to Italian, I would say, and one of my favorite songs is in Romanian. It's called Dragostea Dinte. I've loved it ever since I was 11 or 12. So it's a good song. It's by Ozone, so if you want to look at that, you can listen to that and get a little sampling of what Romanian sounds like. So, usually what we do is when we start a language, we talk about its history, we look at 10 sample words, and then in the next few videos, we talk about the vowel sounds, the rules, the consonant sounds and rules. But the funny thing is, as I've been mentioning this whole time, is because Romanian hasn't contributed a lot to English, there's probably not even 10 words from Romanian that are worthy of being in spelling bees. So what we'll do actually, let me bring up my dictionary, and you'll see what I mean just in a second. So here's my Merriam-Webster's Unabridged Dictionary, and if I just go to etymology includes, here we go, just type in Romanian. You can do this for any language. So the dictionary is going to give me all the words in the dictionary that have Romanian in its etymology. Look, there's only 21 entries found. You can see that here. Only 21. French, Spanish, Italian, they all have thousands of words that are in the dictionary, but Romanian, only 21. So I thought it would be a good idea to sort of go through these words instead of mentioning any rules, any specific rules. I'm sure there are rules, but they're probably complex, and so here the better option would just be to learn these words. And once you learn these words, you can consider yourself done learning Romanian. And you can see some of these words are like not even words, they're like phrases or they're two words, so they're obviously not going to be asked in a spelling bee. So we can skip those. So in reality, there's probably less than 10 good eligible candidates for spelling bees that come from Romanian. So I was thinking, let's just go through each one, just skim through and see if there's any pattern we see. If we learn these words, you can, like I said, consider yourself done learning Romanian. So Romanian is one of the easiest languages we will cover. So this first one is 2 words, so we won't consider it. It comes from someone's name. This word is ban. It looks like ban, but it's the 4th definition of ban, so it's pronounced ban. Okay, the A with 2 dots is the ah sound, and the plural of it is bani, bani, and it's basically a coin, a unit of value. So that's very simple, and it sort of is spelled how you would expect it to be spelled. Boss, you probably know this word, like boss, but it does come from Romanian bot, meaning lump, but again, not a very typical Romanian word. It's more English and French, so we don't have to consider that. Here's a good Romanian word. This word is pronounced browl. When you have the A and the U with 1 dot, that's going to be pronounced ow. So we have browl. So it's a very interesting pronunciation for sure. It comes from Romanian, from French, and it's a round dance. That's similar. That's related to the French French branle. So it's pronounced. This is the French word. Okay, it's spelled B-R-A-N-L-E or B-R-A-N-S-L-E. It's pronounced branle, but the Romanian version of that is browl. So this is a pretty good candidate for a word, browl. Okay. Next one, brinza. Brinza, you can see the pronunciation here is very simple, just how it would sound, brinza. And like I mentioned, Romanian is big on Y's, lots of I, Y sounds. So here there is a Y in the spelling, not a hard spelling. It's milk cheese, made in Central Europe and Asia Minor. So that's a great definition. And this is a great Romanian word too, brinza. This next word is one of my favorites because of its pronunciation. It's pronounced kalushar. Kalushar, the stress pronunciation is on that last syllable, shar. And the most interesting thing here is that the S is pronounced as if it was an SH. So the S is pronounced sh. And that happens a lot. It happens in that song too that I was mentioning. So kalushar is a great word. It's another dance. I guess there's a lot of Romanian dances, but again, this is a great word, kalushar. Because Romanian is a Romance language, remember we mentioned that Romance languages that come from Latin don't use K for the K sound because in Latin K doesn't exist. So if you notice, most of the Romance languages use something else, and that's usually a C. In French or Spanish, it could also be a QU, but we don't use K, and that's the reason why this is a C right here. And the schwa is going to be an A. Usually, most of the time, it's an A. So kalushar is a great word. Here, karsiag, this is very typically, it looks very Romanian to me. Again, C's are very common in Romanian. So karsiag, it's got an interesting pronunciation and interesting spelling, so it's worth knowing this word. Etymology is just simply Romanian. And babesiosis, it's a disease. So babesiosis of the sheep. So that could make for an interesting definition. So we can definitely keep that in. Doina. Doina is pretty much looks how it sounds. It's spelled how it sounds. So you have different forms here. You can have the plural as doinas or doine. I think doina or doine. It's a folk song, a Romanian folk song. Again, it's a very interesting definition. So the oi, the ya, there's lots of vowel sounds in Romanian. We can skip this one. It's 2 words. This next one, it's a great definition. It's a flaky confection of crushed sesame seeds, but there are multiple pronunciations, as you can see, and there's 3 different spellings. So you never know if these could pop up in a spelling bee. They very well could. If they do, then just make sure you know one of the spellings. Same thing here, another folk dance. Wow. Folk dance music. Again, this one has 3 spellings, so make sure you know one of them. Here's a great word, hospodar. Hospodar, the ah sound here is spelled with an O. It might be reminding you of the word hospital. I don't know if it has a relation to that at all, but it does come from Romanian, from Ukrainian. Again, you see those Eastern European languages because Romanian is Eastern European as opposed to Western. But it does come from Old Slavic, and it's a governor under Turkish rule of Moldavia and Moldavia under Turkish rule. So, what happened? There we go. So that's ah. Okay, there we go. So hospodar is a good word. Hospodar. So the first A is spelled with an O, the second A is spelled with an A, so it's a great word, and it's something that could very well be asked. Here's another Monter unit. I've never actually noticed if Monter units are asked at spelling bees. They might be now. They weren't very common back when I used to spell, so I'm not sure. But it's just best to know it, just in case. Again, this is pronounced le'e. I guess it's pronounced le'e, but the plural is pronounced lei. So it's a little unusual word. Spell, a very short word, so I doubt you would see this. Again, the definition is monetary unit, it's a coin, and those words typically don't pop up, so um, just know it, just in case. This next word is actually very important, palachinkin, or palachinkin, and anyone who's watched the National Spelling Bee for a while might recognize this word. They asked this in the 2009 Spelling Bee, the Scripps National Spelling Bee final, and I still remember this very vividly. They asked this word to one of my favorite spellers, Kenny Uwad, and I clearly remember him getting this word, and unfortunately I think he misspelled this word, but it does have a Romanian origin in it. It comes from German, from Hungarian, from Romanian, from placinta, meaning flat cake, from the Latin placenta. So again, you see how it comes from Latin. It has that Romance language aspect to it. But the spelling of the word itself looks very German. It is German. See, we have the ch sound, which is going to be spelled with our TSCH. If you need a brush up on the German spelling rules and sounds, you can always go back and visit the German videos. And the N at the end is going to be spelled EN. So this is a very German looking word, but it does have a little bit of Romanian in it. And it was asked before in the spelling bee finals. So definitely one to know. And I always remember this word again because Kenny was given this word and it's always stuck in my mind for some reason. Pastrami is a Yiddish word, but it does have Romanian in it. Again, you can see it comes from Vulgar Latin, from parsus, meaning to spare. And pastrami is a common word. It's spelled how it sounds, so it's not terribly difficult, and it's a highly seasoned smoked beef. So it's a food item, and it's a very good word that could be asked. Again, this is not too complicated, and it's not solely Romanian. It has other origins as well. Okay, so here, rumen, I doubt this would show up because it means a Romanian, but the next word does too, and it's pronounced the same. So here we have Rouman, and here we have Ruman. So because of the confusion there, I doubt this would ever pop up. So I wouldn't consider it a good word, but you never know, so it's better to just look at it. And the second definition is very similar. A Wallachian might be someone who comes from that area. So I think we tried. Yep, Wallachian is a native or inhabitant of Wallachia. So again, that's just something to know. I don't think these three words would pop up though. Two words actually, Rouman and Ruman. So not too important. We're actually almost done here. We have two more. Tulnik is a great Romanian word. It looks like it would be pronounced tulnik, but if you look into it, it is pronounced tulnik. And it's solely Romanian, so it's just a Romanian word, and it has a very interesting definition. It's a very long wooden trumpet used to convey warnings as of invasion between Romanian communities. So I think this is a fantastic word, and it could definitely be something that could be asked in the spelling bee. So that's something to look out for, and tulnik is a great word, interesting pronunciation, interesting definition, interesting spelling, and it's from Romanian, so that's very cool. Don't need this one, it's two words. And the final word in Romanian is mamaliga, or mamaliga. Again, we have a food item. It's a Romanian dish of cornmeal mush, often garnished with cheese or sour cream. I wonder how that would taste, because I don't think I've ever seen a definition like that before. But again, it's a food item, and mamaliga, again, spelled how it sounds. Your ah sound is going to be spelled with an A, your schwa is also spelled with an A, and your E is going to be spelled with an I, and that's typical of most Romance languages, such as Italian or Spanish, or even French. So this is, again, a Romanian word, and it's another very good candidate for a spelling bee. So actually, this is it. This is all the Romanian words that you should know. If you have these down, there will be no need to learn any special rules of Romanian, because these are the only words in the entire dictionary that have Romanian in its etymology. So I hope you like that. I hope that was simple. And right now we can say that we have covered all the Romance languages, so feel free to go back and check out some of the other Romance videos. Romance language videos, Italian, Spanish, French, and Portuguese. They're all there. And with this one, we have completed all the Romance languages. So that's great. And thank you for watching. I hope to see you next time. Bye!